but you know, similar sort of design philosophy. Anyway, business licenses. So I got an update for you on that. There's going to be 3 tiers of them. One of those tiers is going to allow people with felonies to still get business licenses, but the kind of businesses they'll be allowed to operate will be on the lower end of the spectrum. For example, a record label would be fine, but a security firm or a law firm would not.
Interesting. Okay. That's fucking very smart, honestly.
Yeah, so that's all moving along. The thing holding that up at the moment is discussion between the mayor's office in the state and the banks, trying to get those bank accounts up and running so that when you get your business license, you also then get a bank account. There seems to be a delay going on there. That is causing a delay. So as much as I would love to, you know, throw Max under the bus and say it's all his fault, the actual delay causing it is slightly more complicated than that.
Gotcha.
So it's coming soon, but no one knows quite when. But like, yeah, it will be structured to a tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3.
So how was the process? Is it still just through Max and his wife to get approval tonight?
So they are, well, rather, Siobhan is hiring on 5 additional staff for the mayor's office, essentially like a mini council who will each have their own purview. So there'll be a Secretary of Finance, Secretary of Secret Service, and one of these secretaries, one of their roles is to help with the facilitation of business licenses. So I imagine whenever they've done the interviews and hired someone, that person will become the primary point of contact that all business applications will go through. And they will then feed it up to Siobhan and Max.
Okay. So it's always going to just end up in their hands, though, right?
Pretty much. Without a doubt, unanimously end up in their hands. Yep.
Fucking Christ. How long is their term?
Another 2.5 months.
Fuck.
The only saving grace to this is, given that essentially business licenses don't really exist right now, you're not losing out on anything. Not at least not right now. Plus,
yeah, I think differently from other people. You know what I mean? I have an idea I want to get to working on right now, but I do get what you're saying. It's not the biggest of deals, but
yeah, it's not the biggest of deals. Obviously, it's frustrating because, you know, me and you both know that endorsing and facilitating entrepreneurship is one of the best ways of getting the economy going the right way.
Yeah.
But at least it's, I guess the only benefit is everyone's kind of in the same boat rather than, you know, a chosen few are, you know, up and running with it and then everyone else is kind of being fucked. Plus, there's no legislation right now to stop you from getting a business running. So you can get it up and running right now and you aren't going to get fucking, you know, in trouble for it because there's no legislation to say you can't.
Yeah, but I feel like the minute I start doing that, Max is going to come fucking kick my doors down, you know, because I'm operating illegally or whatever.
No, but you're not. There's no legislation. That's my point. Because business licenses have been held up, there's no legislation saying that you cannot operate without a license because there's no licenses. So how can you, so police come down, knock on your fucking door and say, you're right, you're operating without a license. You go, well, there are no licenses. You cannot get one.
Okay, that's fucking good to know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you've got a halfway competent lawyer, plus, Max would have to direct the police to do it. I've never seen an officer try and shut down someone's business. Like a great example would be Milton's Mechanics down just down the road from MRPD. Their biggest customers are the police. Does he have a business license? No.
True. Good point. Okay. I mean, it would be nice if there was a world where not everything has to go through, you know, essentially one person because they're both very like-minded. Either they work together, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would love it to work a little bit more how it used to work back in the day, where it was people kind of, you know, it was a couple of people. They were very fair and unbiased, referenced the business licenses, and if it was a good idea, it got through. It got put through, and if it was idea number 25 of the same color of red, then it fucking didn't. But
yeah, I agree. I think that was the perfect system. It's interesting they're not emulating that.
I think it's because Max and Siobhan just want as much power as humanly possible, so they're not going to give anything up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Which is kind of crazy.
I'm even shocked you won again. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I'm as shocked as anyone else, but somehow he did. You know what I mean? People have got short memories, and as long as they're getting paid what they feel to be a good amount of money for their job, then they'll just, you know, they'll re-vote the same way they voted last time.
Fuck. Okay. I mean, all right. Thank you for the info. I appreciate that.
No,
It's
you're
to
all
know.
good. Question for you, given that, you know, not only were you mayor back in the day, but also a very successful businessman and moving away from the business licenses themselves, and given that I'm now deputy mayor and fighting somewhat of an upward battle in that room whenever I go in it, is there anything right now in the city that, other than business licenses and the police department, that you find to be a glaring problem or something that is vacuous, missing entirely, that you think should be discussed at the city council? Because I'll be very honest with you, if you want a direct channel into that room, I am more than happy to be that direct channel.
I just think the mayor is useless. he's very selfish. I mean, he's not helping the city at all. I think the council of eight is fucking absolutely useless. I don't see the point of it either. I like that. The concept is good, but it's like a facade. It's not really. It doesn't really work the way they say it works.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. And the first council meeting was yesterday, and about an hour in, I realised me and two others could never turn up ever again, and it would make no difference at all.
Yeah, it's all there just to make it look like Max has people around him to challenge him, but the reality is he controls everything.
Well, I mean, he's set the room up nicely. I mean, he's got his vote. Then he's got his wife as chief of staff, so that's 2 votes. The PD liaison is Cornwood, who Max personally saved his job, and Cornwood wants sheriff of the new department. The only person who can give him that is Max, so Cornwood will do whatever he's told. Murphy Braun seems to be completely in the back pocket of Max, in which case they've got 4 votes. If somehow we can convince Crane to disagree with Max, if the room gets split, Max gets a second vote anyway.
Well, what do you mean he gets a second vote anyway? So he gets a splitting vote if the room is split?
So if the room goes 4 and 4, so it's a complete deadlock, he gets a second vote.
That is fucking insane. I don't even know what to say.
So in order to try and put something through that he's against, or to try and block something that he's for, you would need 5 people in the room to agree.
Holy fuck. Okay, well. All I can really do is applaud the man for, setting this up so well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, the guy fucking... He looked at the chessboard and he made sure it was set up exactly the way he wanted before some people even sat down. You know, you can't knock a guy for that. You might disagree with the direction it's going in, but you sure as shit got to applaud the guy for pulling it off.
Yeah, I mean, that's very well played. I mean, fuck. What Jesus. You have any plans to try and combat that yourself or what?
Well, I mean, the treasurer, and the head of, the sort of medical board, we're all on the same page. That's 3 of us. And I think Crane can be convinced if you make the point eloquently enough. And then it's just going to come down to trying to convince, I guess, Murphy Braun. I mean, Cornwood is never going to deviate from whatever Max wants, because he knows if he does deviate, he won't get the sheriff's appointment.
Interesting. When is the sheriff's department opening up?
First of all, they've got to vote in the next round of PCP. That essentially gives the mayor complete control over the police department. There will be no sheriff's election until that vote goes through. Originally, that power was for the mayor and deputy mayor. Max is trying to remove that from me for this time around, because unlike Michael Simone, I don't follow him around like a little dog fucking yapping for him. So if it goes through, the mayor will have complete control of the police department, and then there will be a public vote for sheriff, as in everyone in the city will get to vote.
All right, well, fuck. It is what it is, I guess. Fucking tip my hat to Max. He fucking controls the entire government.
Near enough. Unless I can work some absolutely god-level fucking magic, Ree.
Well, I mean, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, I'll give it a good go. I mean, if all goes horribly wrong, I'm going to shoot the guy in the head,
Hey, there's always that option, right?
That option is always there.
All right, well, I appreciate the time, Solomon. Thank you for the info.
Nah, you're good, mate. If you ever want anything else, you want something brought up to that table, let me know.
Will do. If I think of something, I'll give it a call.
Right, mate. See you around.